You might have heard the stories, the ones that send shivers down your spine. In the quiet of the night, when the world seems still, there's a presence that slips into the shadows. A figure who waits patiently for the vulnerable, especially those in the deepest sleep. This figure is known in Slavic folklore as the Mora or the Night Hag. But what exactly is the Mora? And why do these kinds of folklore tales persist across generations? It starts like this. You lie in bed, your body heavy under the weight of sleep. The room is silent. Still, it's the kind of quiet that should bring comfort. But it doesn't. Instead, something feels off. The air around you feels thick, almost suffocating. Maybe you've experienced this before, this unexplainable unease that settles in when you're on the edge of sleep. You try to shake it off, but you can't. You know something's wrong. Have you ever had that moment, just before you fall asleep, when your body feels too heavy, or when you think you heard a noise, but there's nothing there? This is the feeling the Mora thrives on, the fear of the unknown. And then you feel it, a weight pressing down on your chest. It's like the air itself has turned to stone, pushing you deeper into the mattress. You try to move, you try to scream, but your body doesn't respond. It's as if your voice is trapped somewhere deep inside you. This is a common experience for those who encounter the Mora, sleep paralysis. And for those unfamiliar with it, it can be deeply terrifying. Now, some of you may be wondering, why does this happen? Why do some people feel like they can't move or speak when they're sleeping? Sleep paralysis is a real phenomenon, and it occurs when your mind wakes up, but your body remains in a paralyzed state, usually because your REM sleep cycle hasn't fully ended. But in folklore, people have long associated these episodes with the Mora, the Night Hag. In Slavic myths, the Mora is not just a shadowy figure. She is the embodiment of terror, feeding off your fear. She is a dark spirit who sits on the chest of her victim, suffocating them with her cold presence. Her eyes glow in the dark. You can't fully see her, but you can feel her pressing into you, her cold fingers chilling your skin. She lingers at the edge of your perception, a terrifying figure whose very presence makes it harder to breathe, harder to think. Let's take a moment to think about this. When was the last time you had a nightmare so vivid, so real, that you could almost feel it physically? Maybe your chest tightened or your throat closed up. That's the kind of terror the Mora brings. Real, overwhelming, and suffocating. But it doesn't always end when you wake up. The Mora doesn't need to kill you. Her power comes from fear. The fear that you can't escape her. The fear that you are powerless. She doesn't need to hurt you physically. No, she simply needs you to believe she will. Now, some might ask, how do you escape something like this? The answer isn't as simple as wake up and the danger is over. The Mora thrives on the vulnerability of sleep. Once you've experienced her presence, it's said that she returns in the darkest hours of the night, when you're most at risk of falling into that deep, unconscious state again. Have you ever woken up from a nightmare, gasping for air, your heart racing, only to feel as though something is still watching you? That sense of unease doesn't just vanish. The Mora waits, patient and relentless, for the moment when you're weak enough to let her back in. She doesn't leave when you wake up. She waits for your next sleep, knowing that the fear she left behind lingers in your mind. But here's the thing. Many of us experience sleep paralysis, and the Mora's story, while terrifying, is just one interpretation of an age-old phenomenon. If you've ever had sleep paralysis, it's not because of a supernatural entity, but it can feel like it. Whether it's the Mora or just your own mind at play, sleep paralysis is a reminder of how vulnerable we are in our sleep. It's a space where reality and nightmares blur, where the line between the physical world and the supernatural feels almost non-existent. But now, after hearing the story of the Mora, it's easy to wonder, could this terrifying spirit be out there, waiting in the shadows?